And the birds are chirping away. It's another sunny day in Phoenix. What's up, people? Shampsters, Shampies, Shampsies. How y'all doing? It's VJ, and welcome back to I Made This. Oh my god. I forgot the name of my own podcast. Welcome back to This Podcast Made Me, and it's VJ, and yes, I made this podcast. Oh, felt so much better. I think I started in the middle there and worked towards the end and was trying to come back around to the front. Wasn't going to work today. Everything's getting sort of good. My lungs are sort of clearing up. Been dealing with some allergies ever since I got back from Oregon. I took last week off. The show is still not launched. I'm a piece of shit. And we're just out here fucking killing it, guys. You know, what's better than fucking, accepting the fact that you're just a shitbird and everything's sort of just falling apart in your life and you need to prevent it. And you can't prevent it with glue. We're rebuilding the whole fucking building. That's right. And this shit is for sure going up this week. As soon as this credit card comes in, I could make a payment that I need and buy some shit so that we can get fucking launched. So I don't go fucking too broke because your boy's dealing with money issues. Not really money issues, but I need some more money. And I gotta be careful with how things get spent. Even $100 gotta be calculated for. I'm back in high school. No, I'm back in college. Nope, I'm fucking 31, about to be 32, and this is my real life. Shit. Goddamn, I look like shit. But me and my business partner in Oregon are growing out our beards. Slash, he's growing out his mustache because he can't grow out a beard. He gets 2 patches on his cheeks, and that's about it. But his mustache game is sort of solid. I need to trim this bitch down. We growing this until we hit some business objectives and get a little bit of income coming in. And then shit'll be looking a little better. Even though that money will probably have to go to the business, it'll look a little better. If I'm a little wheezy, it's because I'm coming up from the allergies. And if I'm Lil Weezy, I'm the greatest rapper alive. You know what I'm talking about? Wayne, dog. I think him and Baby made up, but if not, let me out the contract, bro. Let me get some monies, dude. Let me get my music out, my artistics out, bro. You know? But yeah, I sort of caught my allergies coming in early, so I stopped smoking sort of early before the symptoms really kicked in. I feel like I'm already back close-ish to normal. I had a couple dabs. They didn't feel like death, and then I got a little carried away, hitting the shit. I hadn't recorded in a week. And, I just wanted to bring a good version of myself to you guys, I listened to a lot of the last podcasts, and boy, have I been just a super downer. And I think that's part of life, being, manic, a self-diagnosed manic depressive psycho. But, yeah, fuck it, dude. That's just part of life, dude. That's part of life. I woke up today feeling great, so my ankle that was fucking killing me, which I'm pretty sure ended up being tendonitis, is finally starting to feel close to normal. There's a little pain, little tenderness here and there, but yesterday I was able to hit the gym. I was able to hit a full sprint without any pain, and hitching my step, really. So it was good. But man, my body feels super sore. I can't even sit up straight, but I can. I'm not no bitch, But I'm a little wheezy. But yeah, hopefully shed some of these last few pounds and gets to fucking. Not that I'm not fucking now, but I'm not fucking right now. Actually, I'm not fucking that many bitches right now. I got like one on the roster, and I wish I'd never see her again. And I wish I didn't say that, because that probably ensured that I'll never see her again, and having one on the roster gives them too much power, so fuck it. But I don't give a fuck. I'll put there'll be chicks on the team, and I cut them all off if I hate them. I had, it's just whatever. Why am I talking about this? This is terrible. Terrible. Who cares? Yeah, so I woke up. I was feeling sore, but feeling good. Slept in. It was all just amazing. By the way, I'm trying to learn how to speak a little better. I don't think that's going to happen. I really hate listening to myself. It's worse than it used to be for the last show. I just feel like there's a bunch of things funny with my speech. But as long as it makes sense and it's unique, fuck it in the long run. And I know I'm doing half of this podcast with my eyes closed, but it just feels good, so fuck it. Fuck it, Dude, I couldn't fucking record. I had technical difficulties for like 45 minutes before I started recording. What the fuck? This shit is fucking terrible. And it's fucking hot as fuck out here. It's probably not going to go under 100 unless maybe it's raining during the days, or for the highs, excuse me. They're going to be 100 and up for the rest of the fucking, for probably about like 2.5 months. And I got no car because I'm DUI dry, DUI to die, and I just, just dealing with the shit. Thank God for hats. Thank God for public transportation and Uber. Shit makes life a lot easier. Schlotskis. A lot easier. So, I woke up. I was sore, but felt good. Slept probably the best that I have in a while. And I'm getting messages, so. This cute, super cute chick, trying to mess with her, but she has like a boyfriend, of course. That's my favorite type of girl. Terrible. You need to stop doing that. I sort of got off of it, but I used to have a bad problem with that. Just naturally be inclined for those women for some reason. It was like another engine in me driving. It's a bad habit. And I know she hit me up while I was sleeping, so I responded, and she was actually up, so slept even less than me. And then she was like telling me about a problem she had with a new dude, because she had a threesome relations, right? And she's going in. She's like, I don't know how I feel. Like, I feel like I like this new dude, but I don't know how to approach him or if it's going to be reciprocated. I don't know if they're going to like me back. That's what reciprocated mean, for those of you who don't have a dictionary on hand or wasn't a super nerd when you were younger. But she was feeling that way. And, that makes sense. That's how everyone feels. But the funniest thing to me is I'm like giving her advice on like how to go about it and figure it out. Like, yeah, you should figure it out. Just be upfront, be honest, make sure you have a one-on-one conversation. Try to keep it away from other people so that he could be as honest as possible, and just get to it. It's better to figure it out and be upfront and bold and even have a shitty approach than to have regrets later and do nothing. Because that's what I live by. But, I mean, there's no certainties in that. But, she's a beautiful girl, and they already fucked. There's a good shot. Most dudes, it's hard to turn up repeated pussy. But the funniest thing to me was that I'm giving her this advice, and I'm telling her exactly what to do, which is what I did with her. Because she had or has a boyfriend, but made it very obvious I was trying to hit, just so I didn't have any regrets. It wasn't the for sure the classiest or personable approach, but I didn't know when I was ever going to really see this chick, so I just threw it out there because she still was super far away. But it's just funny because I was like telling her, if they don't care, you'll know by, If they don't want to, you'll know by their response. If they, are avoiding you or avoiding the discussion when you're sort of making it obvious that you want to talk, then you sort of know the answer. And literally, as I'm telling her that, I'm sort of laughing in my head because her telling me this, plus other things that had happened, like, and her lack of responses recently to me, made me realize, oh, this will never fucking happen with me and her. So I just don't give a fuck no more. But I mean, give a fuck, like I was saying earlier about cutting chicks off for just immediate shit that annoys me. Yeah, it sounds sort of selfish, but I believe with matters of the heart, you gotta be a bit selfish. When you're locked down with someone who's good, obviously you gotta compromise. But when trying to find someone, you gotta be selfish as fuck. You need to know you need to know what you want, you need to go for it aggressively, and you need to figure it out. And I mean, a lot of people might disagree with that, but I mean, they didn't live my life, and I've fucked it up with like at least 2 or 3 perfect women for loyalty's sake or some other bullshit. And to be honest, fucked myself in the long run, because there's no certainty that anything's going to work out, so you might as well do your thing. And hopefully my own advice doesn't come to bite me in the ass later as if I find a fucking chick and then she does the same shit to me. But hey, that's the life, and this is the game we play. A lot of my homies been hitting me up, coming through and letting me know that they got their girl pregnant. A lot. I mean, coming out of high school for like those first 5 or 6 years you're in college, a lot of people get pregnant. But it's not always like your close friends. But damn, when people settle down in their later 20s and 30s, holy shit, unexpected babies come out all day. All day. I feel like before this podcast I should do some more like things to get my mental ready, because right now, because my lungs are working right for the first time today, I'm a little higher than normal, probably because of those dabs. And I say that like every show. What a dickhead, huh? I need to get new glasses. The film on this shit is fucking coming off, I noticed. Which is crazy. The anti-glare film is coming off. And it's probably because I take these bitches in the shower to clean them. I shouldn't do that anymore. God damn it. There's always just some thing. Sorry if I just yelled in your ear, but I did. And fuck it, we're here for the VJ Mania anyway. Shampsters, let's fucking do it! I don't even know what's happening anymore. I don't even know what's happening. I don't know what the fuck is fucking cracking. I just know that I'm grinding. Grinding! You know that song by the Clips? Probably not if you're under 15, but grinding! Damn, that song was hard. It didn't really sound like that, but it sounded exactly like that. And y'all know it. Don't hate on me for my terrible beatboxing skills. It's my show, bitches. And thank you so much for tuning in. I really do love y'all, and I should say first and foremost, episode 8, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I love you. I really do. And hopefully one day we'll meet, get some drinks, eat some French fries, or to be 100% honest on what I was thinking, I was like, get some drinks, eat some garlic mashed potatoes. Where the fuck did that food come from? Why did I pick of the carbohydrates food group? Obviously you could tell that I'm starving and I'm intermittent fasting. And right now it's still going on. Fuck, another 3 hours. It's funny, I wasn't feeling hungry, but garlic mashed potatoes came up in my head and I realized it's carbs, and now my stomach's on fire. You ever watch that movie Man on Fire, that's what my stomach is doing to my body. Denzel Washington in Mexico to my body. To my innards. To my gizzard. Fuck, I am sore as shit. I can barely keep my eyes open. Even though I got energy, it just feels so good to keep my eyes closed. Would I be the first dude, if I just did the whole podcast like this, to just do a podcast the same way that, the fuck is his name? Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles perform? Like, a little bit more with the beat, like. So, guys, I woke up to a text messages from this girl that I've been trying to bone. You know, she's beautiful, but I just realized I'm not gonna be able to bone her. I realized it actually before this, maybe a couple weeks ago. But then after this conversation, you're gonna see the ironicals of the way that it's not working. God, I spit all over myself doing that. What the fuck was that anyway? Where do ideas come from? You have an answer to that? No, nobody does. Suck a dick. Oh, fuck. This feels like a good episode. I feel like I'm only like fucking 10 minutes in. I don't fucking know. VJ Mania has no fucking idea where he's going. It's going. VJ Mania never refers to himself with the pronoun of sex. It's a it thing. But not trans. But if you're trans, it's cool. No hate. Love you too. I do feel bad though that I have like I completely believe trans. This is gonna. Don't murder me, people. You gotta understand, everything comes with a grain of salt. But or take everything with a grain of salt, whatever. But I'm just gonna keep it gully. You know what I'm saying? Sort of gully. You know, what's it? Gulliver's Travels. I'm gonna keep it Gulliver's Travels. Okay. So you know, when things get big and small and left and right and like different worlds and shit, like that's what the transsexual world is like. You know. So I'm gonna keep it Gulliver's Travels. And so during my gully travels, I completely 100% know and believe that transsexuals have all the rights that us non-transsexual people have. And I think, you know, most people my age and understand the same thing. However, what I fucking hate in myself is that I have a biological, like, shuddering and moving away reaction that naturally and strongly comes to me when a transsexual is around. Whether it's male to woman or woman to male, I don't know why. It just naturally, like, I consciously have to overcome it. And luckily, since I come from hell, I can usually do it without breaking my poker face. But I hate the fact that in my inside of insides, there's a reaction that makes me want to, like, jump away or move away. And, like, I don't even know if it's disgust. It's almost like terror in the fact that if I was born differently, I could have done the same thing to myself. And I could not imagine myself, you know, without, like, my dick or balls, which would be, like, horrible, you know? Which has happened to some people, like, getting head on the road. There's, like, I don't like getting head on the road, bitches. And gents and ladies and fucking motherfuckers, you know? Like, I don't like getting head on the road. I got a pretty thick piece, you know? Just fat. And I feel teeth when we're not in the car, moving at a solid 60 miles an hour. I don't like that feeling. I don't enjoy that. Not when I'm feeling the bumps on the road. There's so many bumps on the... You think roads are smooth as fuck till you get roadhead. And then there's so many bumps. Every dude who must like Roadhead must have a skinny dick. That's a guarantee. That's the only fucking way. I like Roadhead. Skinny dick nigga. I have no idea what the fuck I was talking about before that. But yeah, I mean, I love you transsexual people. I really do. That love is real. I don't want to make love to you, but I love y'all and I think y'all deserve your peace and your lives and your rights. That's 100%. You know what I'm saying? The bathroom thing is a little weird because I figured the whole time you guys were using whatever bathroom you were using, so just keep using that one, right? But I just hate that I have that biological reaction. It's literally, it's not mental. It's completely like in my body. It's like if I see if I see my mom, I will like. It's not the same type of like terror of like injuring myself, but if I see my mom, which I have as an adult once when we had a CPS emergency CPS meeting for my brother because he had an incident at school where he stabbed a kid with a pencil. That's a story I think I already talked about lightly, but you know, it's really not my business to continue to put out, even though, you know, I throw everyone under the bus, including myself. I just usually try to leave names out of it, and actually I don't want to throw people under the bus. Like I don't do that. I keep people's closest, deepest, and darkest secrets, but this is a stream of consciousness and no one's fucking listening. And even if they do eventually listen, it's gonna be so fucking long or so fucking whatever. And bro, like I killed myself in half of these fucking episodes. I fucking talk like my anger. They could come up as a parent. I talked about social experiments with people and just lying and fucking up all sorts of shit. And it's just like, dude, I feel like I owe it to you shamsters to be 100% honest. And I owe it to my friends to have their back and keep their like secrets, which I will. But occasionally I could say something that's just not that big of a deal, or just leave names out because it's an interesting thing. Plus, I don't think any of my fucking friends listen to this shit. Why would they? They already got me in person to be fucking retarded. This is a fucking one-man show right now. Why? Who's gonna work within my schedule? I'm fucking recording at like 8:45. I've been up for a while, and that's only because I can keep the fucking AC off right now because I cooled this place like an igloo and record for a fucking hour while this place slowly heats up under 100-degree sun. Are you fucking kidding me? Y'all need to fucking. This has to be a solo project. For the audio to be this clear, you can't work under AC, and who's gonna fucking work with me? And I have no fucking ride, and so I'm not gonna go to a podcast studio or whatever. I'll do that later. Right now, we're gonna fucking build, people. We building this relationship, and I'm building it for us. Even though, you know, I'm probably gonna get karate chopped by a fucking transsexual one day. It's just not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. But if it fucking happens, me and my fucking security is letting off. That's how my gun sounds, like a little bit wheezy, like it's sneezing. You know, that's how I fucking sneeze, motherfuckers. So that's how my gun's gonna be. It's very personal. I do things very personal. I shoot personal. I kill personal. You know? You fucking know? My sister hit me with the most amazing text, and I bless her, and I bless her soul, and I'm so happy actually for her. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But she, we were like talking like last month or something, and she's like, "Hey, yeah, if you need me to come down for anything, for some errands or some stuff, we could do that sometime in the week." I'm like, "All right, cool, yeah, let me know," because I never take people up on those favors, but it's my sister. I might as well. Like, come on, I'm a piece of shit, but it's family, you know. She got me. I hope. And, you know, this month was pretty busy. I was out of town, came back, get everything situated, blah blah blah. And then I get a message from her like a couple days ago, and she's like, "Hey, I should have a weekend open in June, probably close to the end of the month. You want to run those errands that you may have then?" And I couldn't help but smile because, like I said, that's a great a favor anyway. It's a great favor to do, and I'm super appreciative, and I love her for that, for throwing it out there. But it's so funny because it's May right now. Like, now it's the end of May, but like when she'd hit me up a few days ago, it seemed more like it was mid-May. And I'm like, man, she's like pushing me out 6 weeks for some random weekend that may not fucking happen anyway. And that's life. But seriously, she has me. She does a million things for me, and we don't even see her that often. And has done a million things for me, so I'm not even tripping. Period. Period. You know what I'm saying? Period. Period. Man, what's up with people, dude? You know? What's up and down with people, man? Why do they just swing like a pendulum left, right up, down, left, right, down, up in a twisty twirl? Because that's how pendulums do. Pendulum. What's up with words? Well, that's funny. I'm just going to come up with some random shit. Fuck all that. But seriously, you know what? English is a weird language. That's why it's hard for all these people to learn English, because, like, foreigners, excuse me. It's hard for immigrants and people who speak other language to learn English because there's so many exceptions to the English language. Tell me, why is lotion spelled with a T? How is Tion pronounced shun? You know what I'm saying? Why are there silent E's? Why is it I before E except after C? Or whatever that fucking rule is, which is not always true, by the way. Again, another exception. Like, English, like other languages, even if you know Spanish, which is another Latin-based language, they don't waste no letters. If there's a fucking letter there, you pronounce it, and that's the word. Like, if you're looking at fucking Homer, you know what I'm saying, trying to pronounce that in Spanish, you'd be like, oh, okay, H. They don't pronounce that heavy. It's like, Omer. Done. You're close. You come over here and you fucking look at lotion and you'd be like, okay, pronounce the word. Lotion. Lodion. Lodion. Let me get Lodion. Fuck. And then us Americans look at them like they're fucking idiots because we don't understand that plight. There was a barbecue out here for Memorial Day weekend because everyone knew it was going to be like the last cool weekend, so people were spending time outside. And my homie's homie was out there sipping, and we were just eating some burgers and shit. And then he looked at me. We were blowing a blunt a little bit later. He looked at me and he was like, "Yo, bro, you Indian?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man." I just started laughing. And he's like, "Man, there's a lot of Indians out here." And he's like, "But they won't talk to me." He's like, "I'm just a talkative dude, and I'll see them pass by, like, my place, or I'm just outside, and I'll say, hey. And they just scurry away, or they don't look at me, or they just avoid talking. This is male and female alike." And I'm like, bro, they're just afraid to talk because the chances that they're going to get at least something wrong is super high. And so they stick together. If you notice, if you're like with foreigners, like, and with us too, like, you're always looking for what's similar with someone, so you feel like so you could build a bond. Okay, so, and I think Simon Sinek, who's this speaker and I don't know, writer, technologist, something, said something like this too once, but it's very true. He was saying, okay, so you're from America right now, and you're from whatever city you are. Let's say you're from Seattle, right? If someone else comes and they tell you they're from Dallas, you're like, I don't give a fuck. Cool. Fuck your football team. You know? But if you were in an unknown place, and let's say fucking Colombia, Brazil. You're in Brazil, you don't speak the language, you're sort of learning, you're sort of trying to figure out, and you hear someone talking like on the train or walking past on the cell phone and they're speaking English, and you could tell they're American. You'd be like, hey, where are you from, man? And you'd be like, oh, I'm from Dallas. And you're like, dude, I'm from Seattle. And now you're best friends immediately, because now you have a bond in a place where there isn't a bond, where there wasn't a bond. You guys are trying to just figure it out. That makes sense, right? So it fucking should make sense why Indian and Middle Eastern people or Asian people who are immigrants hang out with each other. First of all, they can have a real fucking conversation with each other. When they're speaking English, they're just like, can only make surface level conversation. They can't get down the nitty gritty like we do here, Shamsters. They can't. They fucking can't. They could be like, oh, where's the bathroom? Yeah, I like soup. No spoon, let me get chopsticks. Like, that's what the fuck they could say. Okay? They can't be like, I'm so worried about these tests. I'm dealing with this thing over here. And, like, I'm trying to balance this part of my life. And also, I've been heartbroken by this breakup. And they can't do that. It'd take them 20 minutes to get into that. When, you know, with their homie, they could say it with a look. And that's just life. So, yeah. You see immigrants, just understand they don't hate you if they're ignoring you. They just trying to do their thing. Or maybe they hate you. You know? Maybe you're white and they're Muslim and they're super fundamental and they hate you. And fuck it. Is there fundamental or radical? Which is the right word there? God, I just want to shut fucking up recording right now. How long have I been recording for? How long have I been recording for? Probably like 30 minutes. That's what it looks like. Fucking hungry, guys. I'm fucking hungry, guys. But I gotta record early, guys, because it's the only time I can cool this igloo down and survive here with no AC. Yeah, bitches. Okay, let's see. Oh, dude, Drake and fucking Jesus Christ, Pusha T is on fucking are beefing right now. Beef stirring, dude. They stirring that beef stew. Should we be worried? Is anyone gonna get hurt? Nah. I don't even think anyone's gonna get slapped. Except, man, Pusha hit him with that song, what's it called? The Life of Adidon, which, don't get the title, should have Googled it, but it's sort of weird. It's sort of weird these two guys are beefing and they're putting each other's personal information out there. Because I guess Drake might have a kid that he's not, you know, taking care of yet or whatever. With some, like, softcore porn star. Hey, salute to that. Especially softcore porn star. She's bad. She hasn't had dick in her on video, which, even if you have, fuck it. That's what I say to mostly everything. Fuck it, dude. A lot of your life, a lot of your stresses, that cortisol level, You need some fuck it in your life. Fuck it to death. You know what I'm saying? Rape yourself, dude. Hey, homie. Rape yourself. Why not? Fuck everything and yourself. You need to learn to rebuild and grow up and change. And when I mean grow up, I don't mean grow older. I mean elevate. And not just by getting high. Even though that is a great way. Says the man who's been holding a weed pen as if it's the mic the entire show. We are going to pause now, gentlemen and ladies and transsexuals and anything else for a quick break as I take a hit of this weed pen, which is surprisingly close to empty. Oh, the sweet nectar of gods. Oh, the sweet nectar of gods. That made me feel great. Gryffindor. Pray tell, lad. What was that concocted out of? Boy's semen. Excuse me. Excuse me, Gryffindor, what'd you say? I'm sorry, sir. I will repeat that again a little slower for you. Boy's semen. Exquisite. I thought I could sense that familiar aroma and flavor. Hold on again, Gryffindor. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that again. Oh, Gryffindor, you never lied. You have never lied. Oh, thank you, sir. Excuse me. Thank you, sir. It is my honor to serve you. Now, if you would like, I wouldn't mind strapping myself to this here sex swing and allow you to do whatever you need to me. Oh, Gryffindor, you read my mind. I feel like that's how back in the day, like way back in medieval times, like Game of Thrones times, that's how they were when they hit weed pens. Like they had ones, and because they didn't have the equipment we had, they made their weed pens like with like boy dick juice, you know? Like terrible shit. Yeah, fucking pedophiles, dude. I can't believe how many fucking kids get fucking stolen every year. It's crazy. In the U.S. alone, it's estimated to be up to 1 million kids. What the fuck? You pieces of shit. Fuck. Fucking fuck. Fuck. Ah, man. Underage sex, that shit is crazy. One of my homies told me the other day that he, when he was younger, had sex with an underage chick when he was like maybe like 19 and she was 15, and in my head that didn't really seem that bad. Even though it's for sure illegal. Just didn't seem that bad. Because like it's almost like they could have been in high school together, you know? And I think like during that age time from like 15 to 19, as terrible as it is to say, like I really like 14 to 19. Or even 13 to 19, fuck. I've known some chicks. One of them we used to code name to her face jailbait, and she would eat that because she would eat that and accept her fucking nickname because she was like fucking 21-year-old dudes when she was 13. And like, so if you know from a young age, because I mean I might have been like 14 or 15 when I heard that, and I mean we knew of a lot of dudes who were older than us used to come to the high school, pick up chicks in their car, and obviously they're fucking. Because, you know, they have cars, so it's easy to pull up. They're a little bit older, they know what to do. And I'm like, dude, this had to have been going on for fucking ever. Dudes had to have been fucking little girls and Gryffindors all over the fucking... That was probably... No, I mean, it's even documented, like, especially with, like, Greek and Roman times. Like, that shit was commonplace as fuck. And only now is it illegal. And like, biologically it feels correct that it should be illegal. Except, like, during those, like, super young age times when you're, like, in school and, like, maybe you've built, like, some sort of relationship with this person before. That's close, but if you're, like, a 38-year-old dude, fucking 12-year-olds, I mean, you're a fucking piece of shit. It's fucking weird. I knew this one dude. He, this was when I was like, I wasn't like a kid. I was like probably like 22, maybe 23, maybe 21. And I was hanging around with this homie of mine. And, every now and then he would make these jokes about, like, young girls. And me and my other homie, who sometimes I would invite there to come with me, would sort of look at each other just a little crazy and uncomfortable and just sort of laugh. Because we guessed that it was a joke, but, you know, what are you supposed to fucking know or say or whatever, right? Because, I mean, there's no proof of anything bad going on. It's just uncomfortable for us because we're like, haha, yeah. Because especially since he was older than us, too. He was probably, like, closer to 30, and we were in our young 20s, so we knew, hey, we wouldn't be joking about that, so what the fuck is up with this dude joking about, like, 13-year-old pussies, like, tasting like strawberries and shit. It's crazy. And then, dude, one day, my homie, who I invited there a lot, was like, dude, holy fuck, your boy, beep, self-censoring, is on the front page of, like, I think this is when, yeah, like, Yahoo still had a little bit of relevance, and he's on the front page of Yahoo.com. And I was like, wait, what? And I went there into AZ Central, which is, like, Arizona's, like, main newspaper, and boom, he's front page and center for what? Like, child sex charges. And what ended up happening was well, the official story was that he exposed himself to minors. And what he told me was that he was drinking after he got off of his construction job, and they get off around that same time that the kids get off of school, like 2 or 3. And he was drinking after that and had to take a piss really bad and pulled into his neighborhood, and before he could get to his spot, he had a piss, so he just jumped out and peed in the park. Or peed in the park, and then, like, as he was doing that, he looked over and there was, like, kids and young girls, like, walking up from school, and he tried to, like, this is his story now, try to put it away and take care of it, but then some lady saw him, he ran into his car and jumped in and drove away, but then she called the cops on him, and the cops came in and blah blah blah, and I actually have no real idea what happened in that story. I think he got let off, but I'm not sure because I don't think he did any prison time, but he had a lot of probation and random shit to do. And this dude, other than those random jokes, was like a good dude, but I have no idea if he really did it or not. And unfortunately, if you have to go with your gut, especially with those type of jokes and shit before, I feel like he might have done it. Especially if he was drunk. Like, who knows? Maybe he... I don't know. I mean, in public, like, that's just not likely. But maybe if you have those weird feelings and you know you shouldn't act on them, and then you're just drunk and you just want to play on that line, I don't fucking know. And, I hope that his story was true. Because it's very believable, too. Like I said, he was a good dude. But the other way is just like... those jokes and that put together always just like... put a question mark to it. And that's sort of like... maybe this show will hang me. Because I say, whatever. And then like... imagine... I get in a fucking fist fight or some shit with someone who happens to be a transsexual and I don't know, or they attack me or some shit, and then this shit gets tied in and popped up together. It'll look all sorts of bad because I had previously stated that I have some uncontrollable biological reaction to sort of move away from a transsexual person. It's like, dude, first of all, I also said I control it with no outside fucking effect, really. With no outside tell. But, this is like the most fucking PC time I could have fucking imagined. I feel like this is probably like the similar to like how people were... like during communism, like early communism times, when just making jokes or saying stuff about socialism or communism is going to get you in a fucking tribunal or fucking investigated by the FBI. Like, especially when it comes to content that's obviously meant to be just deep or honest or comedic, which this show is going to be all of that, hopefully. And is all of that, definitely attempting to be some of that, but people need to fucking chill the fuck out, because honestly, most people just want attention when they say some stuff. Like, I'll like make comments about basketball plays online, and people will attack me back. Most of my comments are meant in jest. Like, obviously, LeBron's a fucking great player. To me, he's not the greatest of all time. I don't think that that's hard to even back up if you're a student of the game. Most of these people are just a student of LeBron, so they only know LeBron. You morons, pay attention to the game and you'll understand there's something different. Even the most advanced analytics, which most of these people go by, show that Jordan is a bit better. And if you see fucking Jordan play, especially in that era and how difficult it was, you'll fucking understand. But these people don't fucking get it. I mean, back in the day, you can get in a fucking fist fight and you get just a technical foul. Now you fucking grab someone on the shoulder and you don't reach for the ball to foul them. It's a flagrant. This game is soft. And it's okay. And it's fine. But the eras are fucking different. And LeBron can fucking pad his stats because he has someone to compare to beat everyone over, just like Jordan did. Jordan retired at 15 years because he beat everybody else's shit. And he was like, well, if Phil's not coming, fuck it. I don't have to keep playing for another 2 or 3 years when I still be in my prime. And then when he got either suspended or retired those other seasons, he could have had the greatest career ever by far. And he still does. Dude, LeBron is under 500 in the finals and probably will be 3-6 for his career. 2 of which he got in Miami when he was on the super squad. 1 on a Ray Allen lucky ass 3 by a Chris Bosh tip. Actually, let me say that. Ray Allen on a clutch ass 3 on a lucky Chris Bosh tip pass in the last second. LeBron could arguably only have 2 rings and be 2-7 of the ones that he didn't have luck to fucking push him through. So you gotta fucking relax. Be a student of the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to root for the second best player or the third best player to be the best player. And I think I might have said this before, but I'll say it again. When Jordan played, my favorite player initially that I chose was Penny Hardaway. Because I was like, dude, everyone fucking likes Jordan. Fuck that. Someone could be better. But then when you break it down and you watch their games, nope. Jordan's way better in every way. It's similar if you... I think the best comparison during an era when it comes to like liking one player or not was Kobe and T-Mac. Those two were closely matched, and for a little while I wanted T-Mac to win all those outings because Kobe had the championships when they went head to head. Excuse me. But then when I realized T-Mac was like 6'9" and just had all these physical gifts that Kobe just didn't have, then all of a sudden I was sort of rooting for barely 6'7" Kobe to, to start winning those, because he's shorter, he's usually a lot more banged up, he's more ferocious. But I love T-Mac though. You know what I'm saying? I'm always rooting for the second best guy. Like, even right now, I have to give it up. LeBron's the best. I want to root for the second best guy to be better than mine. Like Durant. Durant's not as good as LeBron, especially mentally now. It's so weird. I want to root for Russ over LeBron. But Russ can put up those numbers, but, his shot, the shots that he puts up are not necessarily the best always. And, he has to learn how to take his team and win, which is going to be difficult. Life is fucking difficult. Man, I'm fucking hungry, dude. Who else is fucking hungry? Who wants to go to fucking breakfast? I got lunch plans, but who's trying to go to breakfast, though? It's only 9:16. Damn, I didn't go over any of these notes. I'm just going to leave them. I just went off on nothing. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't have any fucking current events either. I didn't really come fucking prepared at all. Not that I'm always going to have current events, but we went off. Is this a bad episode? Prob not. Prob yes. It could be. Who knows? Not up to me to decide. I'm just the shitter of content, and you guys are the beholders, aka the ones who do decide. Well, hopefully I'll love it. Okay, let's see this. I want to delete this out because it's just not tabbed right, so my OCD nature wants to take it out. So we are going to go over this. Let's see. Oh, okay. I sort of hate when people ask for shit all the time. Like, they ask to borrow stuff or whatever. With some people, you do it happily because they bring you value too. But some other people, they just always ask, and then when you turn them down, they're like, why? They want an answer. Dude, can't I just say no? If you want an answer, there's a bunch of different answers. It doesn't fucking matter, especially when it comes to matters of borrowing money. Like, who the fuck am I? Your dad? Or your job? Why don't you ask them for an advance? Aren't they used to paying you? Suck a dick. S-A-D, as we like to say here, Shamsters. Well, to those people. Us Shamsters, we don't think like that. Fucking champies. So I never asked for shit for that reason. Because, I do ask for shit because you won't get. So I learned how to ask correctly. But I don't ask for stuff that's just like, why are you fucking asking? What makes it okay for you to fucking ask? That shit's just ridiculous. So I don't like to ask. Except when it comes to the people I love, then because they know that they can ask me for anything. And sometimes they do. A lot of times they do. So my new thing is going to be, rather than getting irritated about it, I'm going to flip the script. Because I know the shitheads that ask for stuff, they don't like being asked for shit. You know, people are fucking hypocritical like that. So I'm just going to eliminate them by asking them for stuff. So the next time someone comes through and asks me for fucking $5 or $10 to borrow, I'm gonna say, hold on, let me see if I got it. But first, can I ask you? You got like half a pizza I could borrow? You got like half a pizza I could eat real quick? Hey, let me run. You got some lobster mac, dude? What you got in the fridge? And I'm just gonna ask them for shit to death until they don't want to hang out no more, and boom, that's when I succeed. Thank you so much to y'all for listening. I think we hit the 55-minute mark of complete nonsense. I think some of it I was sleeping for, had my eyes closed, definitely was feeling tired, started just rambling in the middle about nothing, barely got over any of the topics. And hey, it is fucking cool. Because guess what, champies and champsters? We fucking do whatever we want out here. You know what I'm saying? We're out here fucking killing it. Look, my hair looks terrible, my beard looks terrible, and I'm fucking here. Let's fucking record it and put it out, said I. And I looked at the eye and I said, let's do it, V, or whatever. You know, because I refer to myself as two people, but I don't have names for them, but, you know. So, yeah, the next time someone asks you for shit and they're a fucking shithead, make sure that you ask for something back, something more. Hey, man, can I get a ride? Let me think about that shithead, but real quick. Can I get all the interest off your bank account statements this year? Yeah, suck a dick. I'm out here, Shamsters. Have a great one. Thank you so much for listening. Please follow me at ITSMRVJ. That's It's Mr. VJ on Instagram and Twitter. And the show, you know, I gotta launch it, but it should be found easily at This Pod Made Me on Twitter and Instagram, or This Podcast Made Me on Instagram as well. I'll probably have dual accounts or some shit. And bye-bye.